They literally just said that. I just watched on the app that they're gonna draft bro from Ole Miss, the quarterback.
Oh yeah, Dart.
I hope they do because
Dart, I
he
think his
sucks.
name. No.
But Scholar,
Yo, fuck you.
Scholar, listen, you know how we do. We jump right into the episode.
Here.
Listen,
We here.
I got my football shit on. Today is the NFL draft. That's what we were just talking about. The draft is going on as we speak.
I ain't get the memo. I'd have wore my jersey.
Now you good, bro. You know I just got.
But you just said some disrespectful shit.
What I said some disrespectful
That you hope
shit?
we get a trash quarterback.
No.
For no reason.
That guy from Mississippi has Zach Wilson written all over.
Yes, I'm aware. That's why I don't want him.
He's not. We watch this shit every year. They get these quarterbacks and they gas them up. This is not the year for the quarterback.
No.
There's only
Except I was about to say there's really one.
No,
he went to Tennessee.
1.5.
1.5.
Because I feel like Shador is a work in progress. He's not the quarterback to come in right now and start.
Why?
He's not there yet. He's definitely not there yet.
But why?
So if you watch his film tape, and just overall how he throws the ball and whatnot, I feel like on an NFL level, if he was to start right now, he's gonna get picked off like crazy. He does this one thing to where when what patting the ball is. You watch sports, I ain't gotta explain that shit to you. So watch him right before he throws a pass. He taps it. You can't do that in the NFL because now you giving that split second for the DB to recover it even if he gets beat. You gotta let it go.
No, I got you.
And if you're going to pat it, watch Brady. Watch Brady. Everybody's not Tom Brady, but watch Brady. When he passes the ball, he pats it as soon as he grabs it. He never pats it as he's throwing it. Shador pats that shit as he throws it.
But he don't get no credit for, like, obviously the first school that he went to.
Oh, absolutely.
He did what he had to do. And then going up.
Yeah. So listen, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad quarterback. That's why I say 1A, because they have this thing to where if you draft a rookie high, right now they're automatically starting him, which I don't agree with. I'm with the mindset that if you're going to draft a rookie quarterback, let him sit for a year or two.
Yeah, you know who you agree with, Dan?
Who?
You agree with your favorite man in the world,
Who?
Tom Brady.
Oh,
he said the same exact shit.
Brady retired now, so I can give him his flowers.
He said the same thing. I was like, oh man, you agree with him?
Nah, but because think about it, the most successful quarterbacks, they sit.
Yeah.
They learn behind the system, even if the quarterback in front of them not really good. It gives them the time to really practice, develop their game to where by the time they get to year 2 or 3, they're kind of seasoned in what the NFL is, and then they can hit the ground running. The mistake a lot of teams now is they're putting these rookies in lose situations. All right, we drafted you with the number 1 pick. We drafted you with our first pick. We're going to put you in now. But you got to learn on the fly. If you don't figure this shit out by your second or third year, we're just going to get rid of you. How does that fucking help? Like, think about it. The Jets just signed Justin Fields. Justin Fields wasn't bad. But being that he didn't come and start winning right away, Chicago got rid of him. What he was doing last year in Pittsburgh, his first couple of games, he was balling.
Yeah, I actually don't know why.
That's just bad management.
Yeah.
That's all that is. That's just bad management.
So now it's like, all right, you see the potential he has. And obviously, I'm a Jets fan, so I'm hoping the guy he put that shit together. But I feel like if Chicago would have gave him the chance to actually develop, he would have been all right. They gave up on him way too fucking fast. And fuck around, they might, if Caleb Williams turn around and have a bad season this year, they might do the same shit with him.
Yeah, but if he goes to another team, that's gonna shoot them in the foot.
And they're gonna put him right in a good ass situation.
Because somebody's gonna pick him up that needs a quarterback that got a good situation. They just need a quarterback. And they're gonna be like, oh, y'all want to get rid of him? Yeah, we'll trade you whatever.
And listen, and I know what I'm talking about because as a fan of an ass team, I've watched bad quarterback play most of my life. So I know when a quarterback sucks. I know when a quarterback is trash.
The only thing I care about is the Broncos.
Okay.
And that's fair.
As long as we do
I like Bo Nix. I like Bo Nix, bro.
So look, I like him too. I like what he's done. I love everything about him. But I do feel as though we kind of did Russ a little dirty.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Because Russ,
because he actually was having a good year.
He was having a really fucking good season.
And he was cooking.
And I was telling Dante, I think he was actually having a year kind of like how Pat Mahomes was having.
Yeah.
If you look at the numbers.
Yo, when they benched him, he was like 20-3. He had 3
interceptions. They only benched him because they was.
Because he would have had that bonus.
As much as I love,
that's what I'm saying.
As much as I loved him on our team, Sean Payton is doing. he did him dirty because that whole thing happened because of Sean Payton. Yeah. Like, listen, I know he loved Drew. That's my dog because we got a ring with Sean Payton. But I see the way he acts when he's in Denver. Yo, he's different.
But before we get further into this conversation,
because we didn't even introduce nobody. We just started jumping into class, got right into work, didn't do no introductions or nothing.
But we, as you guys can hear and see, we do have a guest today. We're going to allow our guest to introduce himself. We go way back with this person, but let him introduce himself first.
Way back.
I'll keep it simple, man. My name is Jermel Jenkins, man. Grew up in Union with these guys right here. Good people. See their podcast all the time and just want to be a part of it, man. I appreciate y'all inviting me on.
We appreciate you for wanting to be here.
That's it, son.
Clap
That's
it up. Shout out to the youth.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We here.
Farmers!
But this is definitely going to be one of those episodes. We're going to talk a lot of sports this episode because Jermel has done a lot of the things that some of us may have wanted to do. Like he's hooped as long as I've known him. Like literally. And I came to Union probably in 6th grade. That's what, 11 years old? Yeah. He been hooping since then. And I'm not just talking like playground hooping. Like every year he's been athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like he was in middle school getting ready to play JV damn near varsity. Freshman playing varsity. Played at college. Played overseas. So today we're going to be talking about sports and in the sense of like athletes that y'all may not know. Like we see NBA players all the time, and this actually came up. Shout out to our boy Troy. He's gonna be actually on one of the episodes. We're gonna run a live so he could be on the episode. It came to mind, he like brought it to me when we was talking about like Stephen A with LeBron and all that. And this is a dude that we actually know who hoops. Like, I'm not talking like, again, playground YMCA, like, nah, he hoops. So some of the players that y'all might know, he's played with them. He's heard a little bit more about them, seen them like face-to-face type shit. So we're going to get into sports today, more so about like NBA, basketball in general, just to kind of pick his brain, see some of y'all viewers out there, maybe there's something you want to do and you want to learn how you can get into that lane. This is the dude to speak to right now.
Before we get further into...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Not to cut you off. There wasn't a bigger jersey in the store?
Absolutely not.
For you to wear, bro?
Absolutely not. Listen.
If you sneeze, it might be over.
Listen, the shoulders gotta pop all the time. The shoulders gotta pop all the time, baby.
You're still my brother, though.
The shoulders gotta pop out all the time, baby. I gotta flex the little muscle I got still. You feel me? But nah, that's funny as hell. But before we get into the rest of NFL, NBA talk, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you personally, how did it? What's the experience you got, and how does it feel? And let us know how the life of a D1 athlete. Take us through that journey, because I know a lot of athletes coming out of high school want to live that life, but you got to experience it. How was that for you?
I mean, I think it was. I mean, you're gonna have a lot of experiences, right? You're gonna have goods, you're gonna have bads. It just depends where you go, right? Okay. You might have be put in a situation where you come into college and the coach could say, yo, I guarantee you a starting spot. But then you get there and now they recruit over you and now you're not playing at all. Mm-hmm. You might have a situation where you go there and you get injured. Yeah. Now you can't play for that year. You have people who redshirt. But I think being a D1 athlete is obviously the greatest thing. One, your parents don't have to pay for school. It's obviously a free scholarship. You get a lot of nice things that come with it. Tickets. People can come to you like us playing in the NCAA tournament.
How was that? I was going to get. That's what my second question. That was going to be my lead. My next question.
Played in front of Barack Obama.
Fire.
We're right here. Barack Obama's like right there. Yeah. My grandmother, my aunt, and my family is like up there. Get to see them. So you play against different, kind of like you guys said before. You play against different NBA players. All these people that you see in the highlight tapes. Like I'm from an era where, from the OJ Mayo, Tyreek Evans, Brandon Jennings, DeMar DeRozan type of era. So you have playing against all these people. And AAU to D1 to everything, and just going to different campuses that you never thought you'd go, like playing at Ohio State or at a USC or University of Georgia, something like that. It's like, oh man, or you playing on ESPN and Charles Barkley, somebody knows who you are. It's like such a crazy feeling.
That shit is dope. You went to Iona, right?
Yeah.
All right. Any other schools? I know a lot of people.
No.
Sorry, because you just missed the transfer wave when everybody's transferring schools now.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy because like, and I'm assuming we'll talk about that too possibly, but like, you know, like the NIL now is such a crazy deal, and like I'm glad that these kids are getting that because they deserve it, right?
Y'all was going through hell when y'all was
going to college and like, you know, running out of food money.
Yeah.
Cause they got them damn school bucks or whatever they want to call them. Vouchers and shit.
But then, you know, you got thousands and thousands of people coming to the game, and then we go after the game, and I'm like, yo,
I can't even get a damn hot dog and fries. You know what I'm saying?
And I mean, like, it's crazy. So for them to get like all the money that they deserve, I like that.
That's what's up.
But I hope that they, you know, it's tough because if you're in a position where, you know, you grew up in a certain way where you know can't really provide or something like that, and you can go somewhere where you could get paid $2 million, something like that, then I'm going. You know, people say, oh man, are you playing for the money or for the game or this and the third? But it's like, bro, if I'm in that situation, I'm taking care of my family.
You gotta get the most you can get out of it.
Like, especially like you said, as a D1 athlete, it's like my parents are already not having to worry about this, you know, and I can use this to help them even more. I'm paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? I know those NIL deals. You know, some of them joints, like if you a top athlete, them joints is like crazy. Did you hear what the dude from Tennessee
just did?
What?
They quarterback. That's why he left. I forgot what school he went to.
The dude from Tennessee, he had I think he wanted like $4 million, and the coach was like, "All right, bye." because
he got that shit though from somebody
because
else.
He was making $2 million, so he wanted $4 million, and then now I think he at UCLA. But I don't know if they gave him that $4 million though.
They had to give him something though for him to just be like
close to the $4 million. I mean, it had to be at least 2.5, 3.
No, but as a college kid asking for that, bro, that's
because.
But they coming to see who?
Yo, listen, I'm not against that at all.
Because I remember when that shit first dropped, I was like, yo, I'm really happy for these kids that's up and coming. Because I remember I had friends that played ball, football, whatever it is, and they would say exactly what you said. Yo, I'm doing all this stuff. I'm going to class. I'm passing my stuff. I'm studying. I'm getting the playbook together. I know what I'm doing. Everybody's here to see me. And I can't even go get no food after this because I'm off of a school voucher. I don't have no time to work. I can't go get. I mean, I could get a what do they call it? Not a lunch and learn, but like you earn the money while you at college or whatever. You could work in a library and shit. But let's be real. If I just said all that, you got to pass your classes, which means you got to study. You got to take time for that. You on the team. You are one of the nicest people on the team, so they looking at you. Responsibility. You got to learn that playbook. That's 4 things right there that you got to worry about. And on top of that, y'all don't got no money coming in. So when that shit dropped, I was like, I'm happy for them. That's why negotiating the $4 million, it might seem excessive, but like Jermel said, who are y'all here to see?
Cheryl Miller said it best because she was on the all of the Smoke podcast, and they asked her about Juju Watkins, and basically saying like, do they feel like the WNBA should lift the 4-year rule for the girls? And Cheryl Miller was like, why the hell would you leave school now? You making all this money in school. Like, because you're not going to make that money in the WNBA. You might as well stay here.
Yo, that's what Angel Reese did. Angel Reese was like, all right, hold on. I got to go to the WNBA because I ain't going to hold you. Maybe she'll get better, but right now it's looking like I'm glad she got the deals that she got. You know what I'm saying? And it's nothing against her game. It's just I've watched games where she's actually played, and it's like, yeah, you'll have 20 rebounds and there'll be 10 offensive boards, but it's like you're grabbing your own rebound from a missed layup that's mad easy. That should just go right in. But like she said, because I remember when she was coming out of college, she was talking about that. Like, I don't really care how much money I'm making over there. My paycheck with the WNBA ain't even going to be nothing, but this NIL money, I'm making more money doing this. So she got endorsements and all that other stuff. So I like it in the sense that now they get to be even creative on how they're going to make their money afterwards.
I mean, think about it, bro. Like, you have the WNBA, in their off season of WNBA, they go play overseas. Like the NBA players, they're not going to play overseas.
Hell no.
They chilling, they on yachts and all that.
Exactly.
The WNBA really has to go get more money overseas, and that's like sucks. Like I'm glad that they came up with that that new league, the Unrivaled League.
Yeah, that shit's tough.
I don't know if y'all watched that.
Nah, I
watched
watched a
that.
couple
That's
games of that
good.
shit, sir.
Yes,
Just to keep the basketball
goods,
flowing, yo. That shit is good.
Even their little All-Star thing. The
Yeah, yo.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot.
Kyrie was trying to get them to bring that to the NBA All-Star next season.
But I don't think like a lot of the NBA players would do that because they're more of a brand.
So that's going to segue into
mean?
my next question. With viewership in the NBA being down overall right now, and then things such as like the All-Star game and then the in-season tournament and all that stuff, what do you think is I don't want to say issue, but off of what you just said, do you think it's something wrong with the current mindset of today's NBA player?
I mean, I'm sure they all have their own reasoning, but just from the outside looking in, I mean, if I'm in that position, I'm like, listen, bro, like, you know, it's kind of like back in like Jordan them era, or even like a few years ago when I think the last good one was like when like AI and like Vince Carter and them came back.
Yeah, that's
from
literally
the East.
That was 01.
Yeah.
The 03 one was good. Jordan last game.
Yeah. But like those were like very competitive.
Yeah.
Like people actually wanted to play, and it's like for us as fans, for the quote unquote best 12, 24 players that are in this All-Star game, I want to see everybody play. I want to see Muggs, you know, playing, like, obviously play a little one-on-one, but, you know, go set a down screen. I want to see, like, hedging, people actually playing help defense, doing what they got to do to compete, because scoring 200 points in an All-Star game,
it's crazy. It's ridiculous.
I don't even think I watched in the last few years, and then I tried to watch this year.
You can't.
I hope you didn't watch this shit, dog. I was mad at myself.
It's literally like watching them just shoot around in the gym.
Nah,
like it don't even feel like a game.
Even the format of this shit was just ridiculous.
I get what they were trying to do, but it's also that's playing off the play-in tournament. So they're like, oh, you know, we got this little tournament, and they're thinking that it's working. But honestly, they're trying anything at this point with the All-Star game.
How do y'all feel about that play-in tournament?
So for the playoffs or the in-season tournament?
Nah, the in-season tournament.
I mean,
you mean the in-season, right?
Yeah, the in-season.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it only because, like, I see what they're doing with that. The NBA is one of those leagues to where the teams that are in smaller markets really don't, like, get a chance or opportunity to play for championships. So that's trying to bring viewership to their markets. So if let's say if Charlotte one year ends up winning the in-season tournament, that might help them as far as viewership to where now they can add more dollars to their back end to go get a star player to build their franchise up. For that reason, I get it. I also understand, though, why people will be against it. Because it's like, what the fuck is the reason for it?
Yo, that's what I said when I saw it, bro. Like, I get what y'all, like you said, from a business standpoint, everything that you're saying actually makes a lot of sense. Imagine, like, the Wizards winning a play-in tournament.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be something to talk about. But at the end of the day, you know why Jermel laughed? Because you won a play-in tournament. And at the end of the day, you're still the Wizards.
No,
it's not like...
But it's crazy because I'm a huge Lakers fan, and to see, like...
Y'all raised the banner for that.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know how to feel about that. Like, you know what I mean?
Because it's not. I mean, I won't call it not a real chip, but it's like we're used to the NBA
in-season champion.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
when the Lakers did that shit, I don't believe in conspiracy, but when the Lakers did that shit, I'm like, yeah, they set this shit up because they had to get the team with the most rings to be like, all right, we got this shit first. Let's take it serious. We're gonna have a whole fucking banner ceremony,
and now everybody's gonna be hungry for the play-in tournament. I mean, the season tournament. Like,
fuck out of here, bro.
And the thing is, it's like what, 2 months? It's like I think the average span of it, they go off like 8 games or 9 games, something like that, based on who's in your group. So it literally only happens from, I think, October to
December.
Late. Oh, I was about to say late November, early December type deal.
So, but I'm a proponent of, all right, you're gonna have it, make it worth something.
Yeah.
Like, people hate it when baseball used to have the All-Star game. Whoever won that had the home field advantage in the World Series. I was for that.
Yes, because you should want to win something from this.
Oh, I actually like that.
That's smart, right?
Think about it. If you're like, let's say they do the All-Star game where, you know, you have a bunch of people or whatever. If you're the All-Star MVP, your team gets home advantage no matter what seed you are in the playoffs or something like that.
It's giving you
because
reason
that'll
to
make
play.
somebody go, oh, I'm doing this for my whole team.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I want to win MVP. Oh, I'm gonna lock him down so he don't win MVP because I want to win MVP. Yeah. Granted, that's just an idea, but something to make it more competitive.
Now,
It's boring to watch.
Only reason they got rid of it in baseball, it wasn't because people was against it. It just they couldn't make it make sense only because with the starting pitching. You got the best pitchers starting the first inning, but since there's so many pitchers that play in the All-Star game for baseball, they switch them every inning. So then it's not a fair advantage because how can we then base the game and have it mean something if the best pitchers aren't going head-to-head with each other at the end of the game? Feel what I'm saying? Because by the time they get to the ninth inning, it's the bottom of the good pitchers playing. So it's like, all right, that's not right.
Yeah.
That's the only reason they switched that shit. But I was for that. Like, that shit made... Like, I would never watch a regular season baseball game. But that All-Star game and then the playoff... Because playoff baseball is really fun to watch. But that All-Star game, I would watch that shit because you can see they were all going fucking hard because whoever won got home field advantage.
I literally don't watch baseball.
Yeah. I was about to say, even if you said World Series, I just be like,
because that haven't been a rule for years.
I'll watch like 1 or 2w World Series games.
Yeah.
If I'm with other people,
and that's it.
But I'm not pulling up
I'm
to
not
like
at home like,
yeah.
Oh, look, Russell, no.
Nah.
Now, if I'm, out, like I said,
at a bar, you out, you doing whatever.
Yeah.
It's like it's on. It's like it's something to watch.
Yo, somebody come, man, what you doing? Not watching baseball.
Not doing that. What got me into playoff baseball was the year the Cubs won. Because remember, they had like 101 year drought.
Yeah,
which it seemed like the Jets about to do.
I was about to say, that's why you loved it. Because you was like, oh, it's a dream story. It can happen.
And then just watching that, because they played the Mets that year. Mm-hmm. So it was like, this is fire. And then ever since then, every playoff season for the baseball has been dope. They got rid of the All-Star shit. So now... that kind of takes away the lure of the regular season. So it's kind of like what almost every sport is now. Just do enough to get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Don't bottom out so you're like an 8th seed, then you got to go the hard route.
Mm-hmm.
But make sure you do enough to get them top 4 seeds. And to them, all right, we Gucci. Yeah. And that's why, that's going back to basketball, that's why I can full on understand why people are against the in-season tournament or the play-in tournament, because it's kind of taking away the whole reasoning for the regular season. Yeah. Especially if and that's why I like the play-in tournament at the same time, because you are forced to play better so you can avoid those 6 and 7 seed now. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, 7, 8.
You talking about overall playoffs?
Yeah, because remember, if you get 7, 8 seed, now you got to play yourself in. Yeah. So now that's them trying to get away from tanking.
So I didn't like that at first. Yeah. Like the play-in thing at the end. Yeah. Like, because it's like, bro, if I bust my ass all season to get to that 8th seed, and then now I got to continue to stay in the playoff because the 9 and the 10 seed was there, it's like, bro, they should have played better.
That's
like, you know what I mean? But as a 9-10 seed, I'm like, okay, I got another chance. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. But I also think those are, to me, like, that's when, because the regular season, people go through the motion or whatever. But I think now, once that play-in thing comes, everybody buckle down. Like, it's
you know what fault this is, though, right? That we got this shit? It's Philly's fault.
Why?
They fucking tanked for how many years?
Oh, yeah, like 4 years in a row.
Trust the process, nigga. Yeah. And then the fucked up part is they did all that tanking and got nothing out of it.
Son, let me tell you how. The summer when they signed Paul George, and Philly fans was like, "Oh, we got a team now."
We was on this show.
I was about to say we was on this show. Like, yo,
that's some dumb shit.
That is the dumbest thing that y'all could be excited for. Because regardless of whatever happens, once the playoffs get here, Paul George not going to be here. Lo and behold. And we was saying, yo, Joel Embiid stay hurt. Lo and behold. We didn't know Tyrese Maxey was going to get hurt the way he did. Yeah, but what you expect when you the star and nobody else is on the team, you going to have to run him into the ground. Pause.
I listen. How do you feel about that whole ordeal in Philly since I brought it up?
I ain't like it. Like I don't like the mix, and Paul George being hurt a lot, and then Embiid getting hurt a lot. Obviously it sucks, because they're two crazy talented people, but just being injury prone, it's just like. As we see what happened, you know what I mean? And
that's just wild, because then Harden went back to LA and had a good season.
From the start, I'm like, yo, this is like, to me, I was like, I'm not a fan of this at all. I didn't like it.
I feel like they should have tried harder to get Jimmy Butler.
Back to where?
To
Philly?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that whole story in itself, because.
But they got bad blood, bro.
Nah, because even
that's what I'm saying.
Philly, it's stupid.
They're not gonna.
I just don't
beg him to come back, kind of thing. Like,
but that's the problem in sports overall. I feel like business is business. Sometimes you gotta let your fucking ego go, bro. Like, they had fucking Kawhi not hit that crazy ass buzzer beater on him. I really felt in my heart Philly was gonna win and rip the chip that year, bro. I'm being real.
Wait, and beat Golden State
that season. Going into that playoffs, absolutely, I feel that way in my heart.
Well, I mean, you could feel that way.
I mean, Toronto. Did you think Toronto was going to win that year?
Who did Toronto play?
Golden State.
Toronto had a nice. Toronto team was built perfectly for Golden State, though,
and that's why that series.
I don't think Philly was built for.
You don't think so?
To go Golden
Philly
State,
is another top-heavy team. Like
that
their
series was the 7, right?
Huh?
That Toronto Philly series.
Toronto Philly. Probably. If not 7, it went to 6.
Yeah.
I know it went a little bit of
You don't think they were evenly matched up that season?
I mean, yeah.
So here's the thing. Like, in sports, right? You could be a great match for one team
and horrible for the other.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what I'm saying is, I think Philly that year probably would have got, not swept, but it wouldn't have been
all right, let's say
over the Warriors.
Let's say the same scenario happened. We get into the finals, Durant gets hurt, Clay gets hurt. Because they both got hurt that series.
Did they?
Durant got hurt before that shit started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then Clay went down.
That's right.
I think, game 2, game 3?
Yeah, it was something like that.
So that helped Toronto propel them into that championship. Let's say that same shit happens for Philly. You still don't think Philly going to win that series?
Who they have at that time, other than Joel?
Jimmy.
Was Doc their coach?
Yeah.
You know the answer there. My boy said, I could say I ain't never been swept, dog.
Yo, he killed me with that.
That's your king?
You heard how I said it? He was like, was Doc their coach? I'm like, yeah. My bad.
My boy said, I could say I never been swept.
Doc living on that 08 ring hard.
Son. Who your team?
I don't have a basketball team. So I could just freely.
I'm a Knicks fan.
I could freely be on the.
So I know the basketball struggle.
See, I watch.
But y'all doing good right now. Now the only thing I just need Thibodeau to just start playing other people more during the regular season. I feel like he just burns y'all starters out.
If he could, honestly, and
was
I
this
feel
the
this
biggest
way,
rotation he's had ever in his career this year?
Probably with us, yeah, because he normally runs a 7-man rotation at
rotation
most.
Probably 6 this year. Like he just plays everybody. For
Everybody during the playoffs,
though.
at least the past 2 games against Detroit, he's been playing at least 8 to 9 players.
Now I have a question with Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah.
Do you think Derrick Rose was overplayed with Thibodeau, and that's why he started having knee problems?
Yes, I believe that attributed to it. Only because Derrick Rose, I don't know the year when he got hurt, but I'm comfortable saying he averaged a good 40 minutes. Yeah. That's crazy for an explosive player of his caliber. Mm-hmm. My boy was we talking MVP still in his prime or getting to his prime. Yeah. D Rose.
If I'm not mistaken, it was 2014.
Yes.
Because y'all, he got hurt the year after y'all played the Heat in the playoffs.
Yes,
so that was 2013,
and I think that's the year after he won, or 2 years after he won Rookie of the Year.
No, he won
MVP. Yeah. Okay. But because the way Thibodeau runs his offenses, and this is not just like a slide to D Rose, most of his Luol Deng, like players like that, was getting hurt because he was playing them so much. Now it works out when you got durable players like Jay Hart. He's never been hurt. I mean, he got hurt a couple games ago, but like he's rarely hurt. But then you got Mikal Bridges, like he's an Iron Man. Like he's been doing that his whole career. Then you got dudes like Cat, who knows like every once in a while he's gonna get injured, but he doesn't play nobody else or trust anybody else to play. So that's gonna be our biggest downfall no matter who we play. I don't give a damn if it's Detroit, Cleveland, or Boston, because those 2 teams that I just said, Cleveland and Boston, let me tell you how, if we get past Detroit, that's about it for us. Because I do not think we're going to beat either of those teams. Because Cleveland, they got a good 9-man team. Mm-hmm. Boston, they got a good like 8-man team too. Pritchard, Boston.
I don't even know why we talk. Boston's coming out the East.
Oh, listen, that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying. I was just saying for the Knicks, like, if we play either one of those teams, it's up. So it's like, we win, okay, I'm cool with that. But, yeah, I don't disagree with that.
I want to answer the D-Rose question and then get right into what you just said. I think it was a mixture of both. Thibodeau playing his players too hard, and Derek not changing his game fast enough to where he didn't have to use his explosiveness.
But why he got to change the game? He just won MVP 2 years prior. But he's killing.
And what's the reason I'm gonna stop?
I'm asking. Stop. You play high end ball, so I'm gonna ask you this: do you feel like jumpers, like dunkers, people who are known for just being as explosive as possible? Do you feel like their careers last longer if they continue to play that way throughout the entirety of their careers?
Nah.
And my only thing is, right, when he got hurt, that was year 5. All right? He was still doing the same shit he was doing in Memphis in his first 3 years in the NBA.
Yeah, he definitely didn't change. I don't think he changed his style.
He tried to. Remember, he's trying to become a jump shooter.
Tried to hit some threes and stuff like that. Yeah, I remember
that. But then it would get to points in the game where he knew
it wasn't working, and you could see.
And he knew I'm like, fuck. He like, and you can see his mindset like, I got to take this shit over. Start laying shit up, like so. I think it plays into both. Thibodeau should have been in the mindset to be like, all right, I know this is his game. I can't ram him to the ground, And I like that. And it was also the GM because it got to a point where outside of Luol Deng, they had Boozer those couple of years, right?
Yeah, and then years there.
Noah was only playing defense. Who the fuck was the other scorer? So it's like, give him proper help so he won't feel that he has to do this shit on his own. Because there were certain games you could see he had to take over.
Yeah.
So
Derrick Rose used to catch bodies.
Now. Back into the Boston situation, because I agree with you. You don't think Cleveland has a chance?
No. And like I don't mean to say that like
you said it like that.
I mean disrespectfully, but it's just like, bro, Boston just got too much.
Is Tatum playing? I heard he had like a bone bruise or some shit.
I mean, he didn't play last night, and they still blew out the Magic.
He could chill for this round. No, you're right though. That's what I'm saying. Like, but that's how good they are. Like they have a legit
they deep, bro.
Non-pause. But they got,
I was waiting on y'all to catch it.
But they got like a good 9 rotation where it's just like, yo, like I could play any lineup in Boston and
it
be
don't
straight.
Matter.
Nigga,
it don't matter.
And then with a healthy Porzingis, bro, it's very dangerous even for somebody in the West to go against them.
Listen, I think Porzingis was the fucking X factor in them winning the finals.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah,
I will not disagree with that.
Yeah, like,
I would. Could they still do it without him? Yeah, it just take a lot more work.
And I just wish Jason Tatum would stop being so fucking.
See, now without him, to win it all or come out the East.
Come out the East.
Or to come out the East, yeah. But to win it all.
Because then who you think coming out the West?
So you think the West taking it?
I don't know who coming out the West.
The West is crazy.
So you don't think OKC did?
You don't think? I'm glad you said that, bro.
They lost 14 games. You don't think OKC did?
The regular season is cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But think about it. OKC is going to be playing season, like, remember, like you said, this is the playoffs. Yes. This ain't regular season.
I'll say this.
Playoff basketball is different than regular season basketball.
We're only in game 3 of the first round, right?
For the most part, yeah.
Who they playing? Memphis.
Yeah. And they destroying them. Yeah. So it's Memphis.
So you can't really count that.
It's Memphis, but what I'm going off of right now, right? The last 2 years, OKC finished either first or second. They got into the playoffs and looked scared.
Yeah.
They don't look like that right now.
But they're also playing Memphis.
I was just gonna say the same shit.
Nah, like,
but as far as
if they were playing the Clippers right now, it would be a different story. I think in this first round because Clippers have more vets.
Yeah,
you have a Kawhi, you got a vet coach in Ty Lue, you got James Harden.
I also think that's going to fall to him, though.
Nick Batum, like
too
you have
many
different veterans. Nah,
the Clippers?
Nah, yo,
their average age is like our age.
I mean, but hear me, like
that's what you need. Come
in the playoffs, but you need like 3 or 4.
Yeah, but they got Kawhi, they got Harden.
Their top 6 rotation is playing since we was in high school.
Yo, don't sleep on Powell, son. Powell pretty nice too,
That's the youngest
son.
player. He 30.
But I'm saying they
but before Kawhi came back, he was averaging like 25 or something like that. Like he can go get it, bro.
Yo, I'm telling you right now, Kawhi
That
be
nigga
hurt
Kawhi's-
during the season, just so that when they get to the playoffs, my boy ain't take a game
You see
off.
what he did last game?
Absolutely.
My boy ain't take a game off.
It was so effortless, bro.
We was watching. I was watching the old clip when the Spurs was playing the Heat and how scared LeBron was. He's like, "Fuck, he coming back."
Oh yeah.
Sub me out.
Switch.
Nah, but yo, I get that. I'm joking. Like, yes, they're older, but I definitely get that. But I want to see OKC go head up with Boston because I feel like they have the same depth on their teams right now. Now, Boston, I think Boston would win that shit head to head, but at the same time, I do feel like OKC is going to take that step of getting to the finals this year. Do I think they're going to win it? No, because I do feel like the Lakers are just not all the way there. Denver, they're going to get to the semis and lose no matter who they play. I just feel like.
See, but I feel like after this Lakers. I obviously have the Lakers coming out because I'm a Laker fan or whatever. Even though the Timberwolves scare me. Yeah. Because Anthony Edwards is
that's Jordan's son.
He turns it on whenever he wants, bro.
But I'm happy he's not scared of the double team anymore.
But the thing is, after him, there's no other scorer.
Yeah.
But the fact that he's dominating like this scares me because in the next round, we got the winners of the Warriors and who the heck the Warriors?
The Rockets.
And the Rockets.
Oh, the Rockets look good, bro.
Yeah.
Now we're talking matchups. Hold on, but now we're talking matchups. Yeah. We will beat the Rockets.
That would be OKC.
We are probably will sweep.
Y'all match up well with them.
No, I'm saying like in the next round, it will either be the Rockets or the Warriors.
Yeah.
We will possibly sweep the Rockets, but matchup wise, going up against the Warriors, that's where it's
gonna be a little bit muddy. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, it's just gonna be. Listen, Steph is crazy, and Jimmy Butler, Jimmy playoffs is.
I mean, he got took out
playoff
yesterday.
Jimmy different, yo.
Jimmy got took out yesterday.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah. He got like a.
Yeah, but he'll be back. I mean, he got hurt, and by the time they probably evaluated him and everything, they probably looked at the score. All right, we down 22. Just sit this game. Yeah. Why risk it?
That makes sense.
It's crazy.
That makes sense.
But I like what the West was this year because this is one of them seasons in the West to where you don't know who's gonna come out of it. Mm-hmm. That from 2 to 10, that shit was just like
it's anybody.
Because I was kind of pissed. Yeah, all right, they got the 3rd seed, so you can't be mad that the Lakers went up. I wanted them to stay in that 4th seed. I would have loved to see the Lakers play the Clippers in the fucking first round.
Oh no!
Okay. Why? Because there's no away game.
That too.
Everything is just home.
That too. But I want to see. I love when LeBron was playing against Kawhi, bro. That shit just was like, yo. Those Heat Spurs series.
That's a primetime TV. Yo, for sure. But I just hate Denver. Because we lose to them every freaking year. It's like, I don't know.
Nah, AD not playing. No, Joker's scared anymore.
We just lose to them every single. Like, Joker just got our number, man. Like,
nigga,
it's
what was that, 2 years ago? I never seen AD play that good of defense ever. On ball defense at that. Nigga, Jokic turned around and just went.
And still had 40, bro. That's what I'm like, bro. Like,
AD looked at the
that jumper be looking goofy sometimes, but that shit be going in.
It go in, bro.
That shit just go in.
Because they tried to run the high screening rule at the top of the key. He turned around and Murray didn't come to it. He looked at the shot clock and just went.
That is annoying as hell.
So speaking of the Nuggets, right? I feel like my boy get a lot of backlash.
Who?
Russ Westbrook.
Listen.
No, we ain't gonna do that.
We not.
Oh, I was about to say.
I feel like a lot of people bash him, and I feel like he do not deserve.
If this season proved anything, it's about fit and situation. Russ had a good fucking year this year.
He had a great year.
Last year, who was he with last year?
Was it Clippers?
I think it was the Clippers.
I want to say the Clippers.
He wasn't doing that bad. But somebody has to be the scapegoat when shit doesn't go the way that it's going.
Always.
And being that he was coming off of 2 off seasons, it was easier to just be like, it's Russ's fault.
Yeah.
That's real talk. They can claim that they're friends off the court, whatever. I think that's why he don't fuck with LeBron like that no more, yo.
I was mad that
because Brian put that shit on him, bro.
I thought him coming to LA would have been a good fit.
I thought so too.
Because he was killing, and then I don't even know what happened.
It just
I actually went to LA. I went to a game, and I was just looking like, yeah, we gonna have to trade somebody. This is crazy. Like, I don't know why it's not working out. Then he went to the bench, and then he started shooting off the side of the backboard. But that's mental, bro. Like and like that go back to like being an athlete. I mean, any sport really. It's like when you have fans and people and coaches and general managers and everything coming at you, like it really, really affects your mental where you don't even want to step on the court or step on the field or whatever. And I think, I don't know, but it just seemed like the way he was playing in LA, that's just what it was coming to. And
See,
once he got traded, his mind was free and he felt good. He was back to him.
See, I like hearing that from you, being that you played at a higher level, because I can't talk shit like that playing at LA Fitness. Like, I had the yips. Like, nigga, we had yips. I hate when I miss a layup and niggas be like, yo, bro, I'm like, nigga, we playing at LA Fitness for a reason, nigga. What the fuck?
We ain't winning no chips out here.
Nigga, I'm in here trying to get cardio. You yelling at me for missing.
I'm crying.
Like, fuck out of here.
Man.
Nah, but listen, I promise you, like, because I fucks with y'all because we had Issa on last season, and I think it's really
shout out my man Issa.
Shout out to Issa, but I think it's really fucking dope that we've had people that we're really cool with and close to, went to school with, watch y'all, develop into the talents y'all became. I'm happy you came because I never got a chance to tell you, but like it got to a point, we the same age, but I looked up to y'all, dog, because the drive, the effort y'all was putting into y'all craft, but it was kind of motivating, and it's also very humbling too, because you can bust your ass to get to a point, and then you're like, fuck, I don't have it. But I was never a fucking hater, so I'm like, nah, you good. But I was never a hater, so I was always one of those people who took solace and was really excited to just see people I knew doing exactly what and getting everything they wanted out of their profession.
I really don't understand why like people. First of all, I appreciate that, but I really don't understand why like people hate on other people. You know
misery.
what I mean? Yeah. But, like,
misery.
That's all that is.
That's all it is.
It's just
That's
so corny to me, bro. Like for someone that you like know or you watch growing up or something like that, like. Why hate on them?
It's misery,
like
bro.
That's just like
that's all that is. Because like if especially if you knew this person, like y'all grew up together, you know them, like you claim to be their friend, and then they go off and do what they say they're going to do, and you like, oh look at this nigga. That's crazy.
I remember the tournament game you was talking about when Obama was there. I was watching that shit. My mother walked in the room.
Bro, first of all,
she like you glued to the TV. I'm like, I went to high school with him.
First of all, I absolutely hate talking about that game because we was up 25 at half, and we have the NCAA record for the highest comeback. And NCAA, like
Shawn brought it up.
Listen.
It's his jersey, so
nah,
hater. Nah, but every year since then that BYU makes a tournament,
they bring that shit up.
First round, I have them losing. I don't care. Matter of fact, this is crazy because we just talk about haters.
That's a legit reason to hate. That's a legit reason to hate them.
But yeah, I'm like, bro.
That makes sense.
Who was on that BYU squad? Was Jermel there?
Nah, Jim left the year before. That was what I don't even know their name, but they were good. And two of them went to play in the NBA. And a big Brandon, I forgot what his name was, but I think he actually got drafted by the Lakers, if I'm not mistaken. But they were a solid team though. But yeah, that was.
Listen, you got to experience that shit.
You ain't never gonna be saying nothing good about BYU.
Nah, never.
Have you been to Utah since?
Never.
You not gonna go visit? I heard Salt Lake City is really nice.
It was it was pretty dope. You know what I mean? To just experience that whole thing. Like we got private plane out there, you know what I mean? Charles Barkley and them right there on the sideline. Like I said, Obama there. And just knowing, I think the next game we would have played Marquette. And that's when he had Johnson Odom. That's when he had, who to do with the dress? He played at Miami. Then he played in Dallas.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
And then he played in,
Miami, Dallas.
Big man.
Nah, the guard. He shoot. He played defense. He just played in Phoenix.
Damn. Recently?
Yeah. And then now he was I think of his name.
Not Pat.
Nah.
I can't think of it.
Nah, but
I ain't gonna hold you. The name is.
Well, as soon as we go off the show,
yo, just put it right there next to Jermel. Once we edit it, just put it right there.
I mouthed it over like we said his name.
But it's funny because my uncle went to Marquette and he was actually roommates with Doc Rivers. They were actually pretty cool. But I would always joke on him because I'm like, listen, if we be BYU, who you gonna root for? Us?
You talking about Daniels?
Nah.
Never mind.
See, I was about to say, just wait.
Nah, it'll come to me afterwards. I'll show y'all. But yeah, I don't let BYU.
Fuck those Mormons.
Nah, yeah.
Listen, praise Jesus.
That's it. Son.
I don't fuck with BYU either. Fucking Zach Wilson, bitch ass.
I was about to say they must have messed up your bracket. That's what it is.
No, they didn't.
But then you said Zach Wilson, and I was like, oh yeah, I get that.
That's why y'all bet not get that dart motherfucker.
I tell you,
we did. We picked up a guard. It looks like.
I see. We picked up a fucking tackle.
Yeah.
Fucking Jets. Man.
I don't know when Shadur gonna go at this point.
he gonna
Because I'm about to say all the teams that need quarterbacks. I'm like, damn, they ain't even pick them yet. But
the team that I like for next year is which sounds crazy because I know everybody bashing dude, but and it should because Luka is crazy talented. But I like the Mavs next year with Kyrie and Anthony Davis.
That could work.
If they are able to make a trade to get somebody else while keeping Clay, they would be very solid.
I can see that.
Or
have
draft
Clay
somebody.
3 or 2.
I don't care what Clay play because Clay is a 3-and-D type of player.
Yeah.
So you have Kyrie, AD. They have the rest of the team that just want to set picks and go rebound and just play defense. So they're solid from there. Now give me Clay where I could drive to the lane, kick it. I got my 3-point shooter. Now give me a nice wing. It could be a 2 or a 3 or whatever. Draft somebody and I'll be straight.
I'm gonna throw a name out there. You tell me if it's crazy. That's it. What if they traded for? Or excuse me, I think he's gonna be a free agent next year. Pascal.
Siakam?
I like Pascal. Why not? I'll have him on my team. And then that's even more dangerous because he could actually play
at the 5, Pascal at the 4.
That's like what do we need?
Clay at the 3.
No, Clay at the 2, and then what was his name? PJ?
PJ Washington.
So he would be at the
hold on. I actually like that the other guard now that they got they're starting for Kyrie. I don't know his name. I think he went number 13. I forgot his name.
I can't think of his name.
But he's the goods, yo. Like they have solid guards on that team.
If Dallas stayed with some fucking guards.
If they get
they shouldn't have let Brunson go.
Hey, that's their fault. That's their fault. That worked out better for us. It's been a long road to get to a good team, son.
Thibodeau about to blow his knees out.
No, yo, listen.
Yo, what?
Before we get up out of here, that's our downfall. If we could get a better coach, I promise you, I like our chances.
See, hold on now, because I feel like y'all got where y'all are because of him.
Don't worry about it. Y'all gonna get Doc Rivers, then you gonna
you know what?
then you gonna see
what's like, Tom, come back.
We need you. You keep playing. You going?
Nah, I just don't like that. I just don't like that extra minute shit when we get to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But I understand what Jermel's saying because we did get here based on the system that we have in place. But
they gonna get rid of him anyway, simply because they did that fucking survey last year, and they said the.
Do you know who your owner is?
Who?
He don't care, bro.
The Knicks owner?
You talking about yeah. First of all, that's who really needs to go. I was gonna say, trust me.
He ain't going nowhere.
I know. The only way that's gonna change is if something really unfortunate happens to him.
It's literally stopping y'all from getting free agents.
I agree. You know how many players don't like him? We could have a whole episode about that. We're not. He's not a good owner. He doesn't know how to manage people in general, and he treats the Knicks like it's a toy, like it's a yo-yo. Like, look what I got. Oh yeah, he doesn't know how to manage. He just wants to say that he has it.
But he's been out of the way the last couple of years,
and that's what I've loved about this management team. But he still got his name with the Rangers. He got mad teams and don't do nothing with them.
I mean, the Rangers was in the Stanley Cup.
I mean, Yeah, I
So,
agree.
do y'all watch hockey?
I do, but that's a whole nother. Hockey's pretty fun to watch.
Go Devils. Let's go, baby.
Go Rangers.
It's crazy. I never watched hockey. I never been to a game, but the video game is actually dope to play.
Yo,
that's just fun.
Listen,
y'all play NHL Blitz? That was my shit. That was my shit.
Before we wrap up, make sure you go to a fucking Devils game before they something stupid.
They get free tickets.
No.
Those fuck. I'd say this: hockey games are probably the best production value sports.
Yeah, that shit is fun to watch.
Them shits be jumping, bro. Yeah. They get you sucked into that shit. Yeah. Then them niggas start fighting, and you like, kill
and
it.
if you drinking and you hot, it's cold in there, so you ain't got to worry about being sweating or nothing. Like it's dope. It's dope. Definitely go. Hockey games are fun. That's a live ass crowd.
Yeah.
They on par with it.
I'm ask you a question because y'all said that we're gonna wrap it up soon. Starting five from our era. Union.
Ooh. I'm gonna let Dante go.
Jermel at the 1. D-Jax at the 2. D-Jax at the 3.
3?
I'd put T-Hill at the 2. I'd put Trav at the 4. And I'll put Gubadia at the 5.
I like all that. I'm gonna replace your 2. Shawn.
Shawn?
Shawn.
Yeah.
That scene, our senior, I think that was his junior year, right? He was a year
younger than us, I believe.
So I actually had this conversation this morning with my pops, and I'm gonna go me at the 1. Deion Nesmith at the 2.
Oh!
Hey, yo!
I forgot about Deion.
I bowl.
I said you played football his brother. Man, you
I bowl his brother. My bad.
I forgot.
Hey, Deion, they are terrible. I'm joking.
Yo, I'm gonna see that. You gonna hook me in? Yo, my bad. Yo, D, my bad, bro. My bad.
So I'm gonna do.
Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, me at the 1. I'll do Deion at the 2.
Yeah.
I'll do Shawn at the 3. I'll do Trav at the 4, and then I'll do Thomas at the 5.
Okay.
That's solid.
Okay.
But if I'm going like from middle school, like before he tried, I don't know if y'all remember Mono.
Yo, you don't.
Yeah.
Mono.
So
that nigga was like 6'9" when we was in middle school.
So like if I'm including Mono, it would be me, Deion, Shawn, Mono at the 4, and Trav at the 5.
Yeah,
listen, I get that. I'm happy you brought it up. Deion, bring your ass on the show too, because Deion played D1 basketball too. He got to that point in his life too. So that's my quarterback, yo. That's my quarterback.
Nah, Deion is special though, because Deion went D1 in both football and basketball.
Yo, that's not easy.
Listen, no easy feat. I tell that story all the time. Junior year, Deion used to throw me all the passes. Yeah. I don't know what happened senior year, but they put me in the block. I understand it, but that's my quarterback, though. I fuck with Deion. That's my nigga.
Yeah, I would say Deion or probably D-Jax is probably the toughest covers I had to like guard in Union.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried out senior year, and that shit did not last. I remember. What was the coach's name? Senior
Bro, why the hell did you even cover?
You know what fault it really is? You know what fault it is?
Was that like a dare?
Nah. Sheridan was killing me that all season because that was his first season. And he was like, yo, I like my athletes to play multiple sports. I'm like, well, all I know is football. He was like, you never played basketball? I'm like, when I was younger, but I'm not playing that shit now.
He was a point guard?
Nigga, we talking about old Zuku shit. But that shit was a long time ago.
You played Zuku?
Yeah, for like a year, nigga.
Wait, what? I've never seen you, bro. Hold on.
Yeah. Yo, nigga, I listen. I'm the youngest of 4 brothers. All my 3 older brothers, they all play basketball. My brother Rel was at his senior year at Weekway. He was number 1 player in Newark. My brother Tommy went to Benedict's for basketball. My brother Tyree, he played, but he didn't play organized. That gene skipped over me. It's like, nigga, you gonna be big, you gonna play football.
That's it, bro. That's
it. You just gonna hit people.
That's it.
And that's what it was. So I tried to play when I was younger. I got away with certain shit that young kids can get away with. But as you got older, I was naturally already bigger than most of the kids. So the teams I was on, they would just play me like a big man. So fast forward to senior year in high school, I'm in fucking doing the little dumbass tryouts, and I'm like posting up this shit. I remember y'all coach was like, he pulled me to the side. He was like, "You here for workout, ain't you?" I'm like,
I'm just here for the cardio.
I'm just trying to get in shape. He was like, I respect it. He's like, you know. I'm like, I ain't stupid. The fuck. I've always been many things, but I've always been a realist. I knew I was not making that fucking
cardio,
team.
coach.
I'm
That's
here
it.
for the cardio. That's it. And I'm getting the fuck out of here.
No, that's dope.
It was a good workout though, nigga. I was in hella shape at the beginning of that football season.
Yeah, I'm glad that I obviously made the right decision to transfer from Union to St. Pat's, but I definitely know that like if I'd have stayed at Union,
Yo, that senior year, bro,
it would have been crazy. Yo, it's funny actually because my senior year, if y'all beat Linden, we would have played y'all for the Union County Championship.
Yeah, we was excited that year, son. We went to that game. We was excited.
We got how many brawls we got into, nigga?
Bruh.
I mean, Ray Graham mom tried to try to set it off.
Everybody, we was talking crazy, because we was the most excited because that was the year that we was like, yo, we really have a chance to win the chip this year. Like we was excited that year.
Niggas was on my side talking greasy to Tyreek Evans because he didn't show up when we played they high school.
Oh yeah.
I remember all that shit.
Nah, I was pissed that we didn't play y'all though.
That should have been fire.
We was excited.
That should have been fire, bro.
He was like, "Yo, we about to play St. Pat's, bro."
But
it would have been the fact that we got there while we was in high school.
Put it back. Put it back on one. Put it back on one. I want you to now two. Put it back on one. Say that shit into the camera one time, because we gonna start some shit.
This would definitely be an argument, but y'all would have absolutely lost. Respectfully, y'all all my brothers. But like, I used to have this talk with like D Jackson stuff. Like, we used to always talk junk to each other.
Yeah.
But obviously we're never gonna say that we're gonna lose. But it's just.
Listen, we gotta get up out of here. Listen, one more time. Let them know where they can find you at. Everywhere they can at you, follow you at. Let them know.
You can follow me at Jermel Jenkins 9 for Instagram, and that's pretty much it, man. I'm very low key, brother.
Listen, shout out to all the ballers from Union.
That's it.
Shout out to all the ballers from Jersey. Jersey got the best ballers in the country. I don't give a fuck which I
say that.
But on that note, no talent beats.
I'm wildin', bro. I just gave the wrong information. I don't even know my Instagram name, bro.
That's not gonna be there anyway.
Yo, it's this wine, bro. Like, what's going on?
Yo, don't worry, we'll put you where y'all can really find him, man. Next to him, right there.
Nah, listen. Shout out to these two, man. I appreciate y'all once again, man, for having me on, man. Word is
Yo,
bond,
thank you for coming through, bro.
Yo, on that note, no talent beats. Play us out. Yo, as a